What's up, you guys? Sarah Ripple here with Ripple Effect Fitness. I wanted to share some quick and easy deadlift tips with you guys. I'm going to make this kind of a little mini series. I competed in powerlifting for a few years. The last meet I did was 5 years ago. But what I discovered through powerlifting is essentially with powerlifting, you're doing a squat, bench, and deadlift, those three main lifts. In a powerlifting meet, you get 3 attempts to lift the max weight. Okay. There's a whole lot more involved other than that, but I guess to the outsider, it might look like squat, bench, and deadlift are relatively simple, but there's a whole hell of a lot involved in optimizing each one of those lifts and pretty much just learning to work with your body and like leverages and mechanics and all that good stuff, just so that you can lift the most weight. Okay. So with the deadlift, what we're essentially looking at is you can do conventional deadlift, or you can do sumo, which that's what I've used when I compete. So both are legit variations. Of course, we got all other ways of deadlifting and different things such as deficit deadlifts, block deadlifts, rack pulls, this, that, the other. But in general, with deadlifting, a lot of the things that are involved as far as like setup and body mechanics and things like that, they're all going to be the same. So the tip that I want to share today is essentially, it has to do with setting up the body, okay, but more specifically the upper body. So one nifty little thing, okay, so for me personally, I'm short, but I have long arms. So for deadlifting, that's an advantage. But if you're just standing here and you kind of take your arms and just have them straight and you just kind of tap on your thighs, what you can do is think about pressing down, and you'll realize that you can gain like 1 inch to 2 inches as far as where you're reaching on your thighs, okay? So when you do that, what's happening is we're essentially locking down the upper body, we're engaging the lats. So there's different cues people have used, like, you know, $100 bill in the armpit, don't lose it, whatever. The cue that really resonated with me was crush the can, okay? So if you like visualize your torso as being like a Coke can, you're essentially trying to compress it this way. So if you've ever stepped on a can and crushed it, like we used to do when I was a kid, for recycling, we did that. That's what you're envisioning here, okay? So we're thinking about pressing down this way. So if you were to go in and deadlift without doing that and just being relaxed through the torso, worst case scenario is that it's gonna cause you to round your back, which is a, you know, obviously very bad thing. So you want to think about getting that tension and establishing it and maintaining it throughout the whole lift. I personally would advise getting it set up prior to getting down to the bar. So thinking about crushing the can, if you're going double overhand, mixed grip, whatever. Crushing the can, getting in there, and then essentially just using the legs and the hips to drive the movement, because all of this is all just locked in. Okay, so again, the cue, easy, crush the can, get the tension through the torso, establish it, lock it down, and happy lifting.